then the census starts. Like the other time you asked me about the major differences between the two exercises. Exactly. DHS is a sample survey. A portion of the country is taken and is going to be surveyed. But if you come to a census, it's a total count of the whole population. And in the DHS, we are taking blood samples from respondents. But in the census, no blood sample taking will be conducted for the respondents. And also, in the census, there are some indicators that we are not going to measure in the census, but those ones are going to be measured in the census. And census is done every 10 years. For the DHS, it's not been done every 10 years. You do it in every 5 years, or if you also want, you could do it in every 2 years. But for census, we all know, it has been agreed. You do census every 10 years. So those are the major differences between the two exercises. At the moment, we are conducting the DHS. In April, we will start the census. So let us not confuse the two things. If you see our enumerators or our personnel in your households, they are not collecting data for census. They are collecting information for the DHS. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much for clarifying that important point. Mr. Sane, one important question again here is we've observed, countrywide, that in compound gates, mostly, or fences, sometimes there are numbers, written there, but it's gone to a point some people are painting them.
Exactly.
What is your take on that?
I think that's a critical point, Mr. Njai. We found out that during the exercise, we found out that in some compounds, they have painted these numbers. And these numbers are very important because they help us trying to identify the compound and also locate the household that we are supposed to conduct our interviews. Sometimes you go to a structure, you don't find any number. The number has been written, but they either erase it or they have painted it. So we are appealing to the general public. Let them leave these numbers. In case you want to paint your structure, make sure you copy this number and put it somewhere else that is going to be visible. And if the people come, for instance, they ask for it, please tell them where the number is written. But you find out that some compounds, they either erase it or they paint it. And anytime you come, our enumerators, when they want to locate such a structure, they get it very difficult. Exactly. You understand? And these numbers are also going to be used by the census guys who are coming later. So these numbers are very significant. If they are not important, we will not have spent a lot of resources in trying to put all those numbers on structures. So we are appealing to the general public. Please leave these numbers where they are. In case you want to paint the area, copy the number somewhere else. If you are through with your painting, recopy it or put it somewhere that it can be visible. Yeah, that's our appeal to the general public.
Yeah, I think even with the painting, it's a very small space that it has taken, and I think it could be spared because they are both important for the DHS and also they are also important for the national census. Mam Yasin Sise, a statistician at GBOS and also a coordinator, how is this survey very important to you as a statistician?
To me, as a statistician, or let me just say to the Gambia Bureau of Statistics, this survey is very, very important. It's going to help us, as we know, Gambia Bureau of Statistics is all about compiling data, collecting, analyzing, and disseminating data. So this is a survey where it's going to collect information on not only one aspect of socio-economic development or anything. We're going to collect information on various different indicators that is needed in the Bureau. For instance, this survey will be collecting information on fertility, which would help us to know the total fertility rate of the Gambia, and we'll also collect information on other health issues, such as malaria and such. And we're also collecting information on domestic violence. We're also collecting information on things such as literacy, employment, and so many indicators. So it is very important to Gambia Bureau of Statistics because it has so many things entailed in it, and it will be information for us all in one. So we'll be killing two birds with one stone, touching on so many different areas that information is needed on for future planning and programming in the country. So it is important to Gambia Bureau of Statistics. We'll collect the data, but then again, it will be useful for so many people, such as government, NGOs, and anybody that needs data. And so, yes, that's it.
Good. But how prepared is your team, or are your teams, for this task? So is it a little bit complicated?
Oh, they are very prepared. They've been trained for over a month. and they've been in the hands of very able trainers, some even from abroad, because DHS has been conducted in over 90 different countries in the world. So they've already, let's say this Macro International, they have people who've gone through DHS in so many different countries. So they've sent us trainers who have trained these people, and they've, for instance, there's some problems, obviously, we can't tackle unless we're in the field. But for instance, in terms of technical support and everything, it's there. They've been trained from the biomarkers. Those are the ones who are collecting the blood. They've been well trained. And those who are interviewing as well, they've gone through a series of trainings and assessment, and so they're very prepared. And it's all about just the cooperation of the people to cooperate with these interviewers. Yes, but in terms of training, they are there.
Good. Mr. Sane, being a nationwide, activity, are you getting the support from community leaders and, alcalos and elders also in this exercise?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Zaya, for that question. I would have come to that point, but thank that you've asked me that. We need the cooperation of the local authorities, because you find out that that's the first point of contact. When our teams goes into communities, they first of all pay a courtesy call to the authority, being alcalo, chief, or governor. We need their support, because you go to a community, they know the community more than you. And we need some support in terms of logistics or other support. These are the people who could provide them for our team members. So we are appealing to all people in authority, being chief, alcalo, or governors. When you see our teams in your community, please, we appeal, assist them. Whatever they need from you, please let it be available to facilitate their work for them, because the work is very tedious, sincerely speaking. It's very difficult, and without the support of the people on the ground, we cannot make a success. So we are appealing. Compound heads, starting from compound heads or household heads, compound heads, alcalos of villages, chiefs of districts, governors of regions, we are appealing to all of you. Please, once our people come into your communities or into your household or into your village, support them. Ask them whatever assistance that they may request from you, please provide it to facilitate their work for them. Otherwise, because all of us are key in this.
Exactly.
The people at the government level, they are key. They provide their support, the financial support and technical support. Now, the people who are now going to collect the information are also key. But the people they are getting the information from are equally key. And these authorities who could also provide one or two logistics for them to facilitate their work are also very critical. We cannot forget them. So let them please provide whatever support these people may need from them. We've written to all the governors. All the governors also should translate the same thing to the chiefs and various alcalos. That has been done, but we still have to appeal to them. That once, starting from now,